welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is Challenger Scorpion. John Spence has come back. He's brought back his Eldar, Dark Eldar and Space Wolf combination army. He's going to take on a new opponent this time and fighting across new terrain. Very peaceful piece of terrain, this one. Very lush here with these kind of a forest and scrub, rock scatter, and then coming around. Just an old ruin. An old golden space ruin here, perhaps a ruin from the times of Warhammer 30,000. And then an Imperial ammo dump here, a lot of supplies, but no Imperial forces around in this area. It's been abandoned, and it'll be on this area and on this battlefield that the Eldar combination army will fight against the Necrons. So we saw the Orcs humiliated by them. The Necrons have stepped up next to take them on in this Challenge the Scorpion game. Right, welcome to this 1850 points game, Challenge the Scorpion, Necrons against an Eldar Alliance force. So 2 units of troops for the Necrons here, 2 units of 10 Necron warriors, 1 Ghost Ark for them. Then the Doom Scythe, heavy support, Necron Wraiths, 6 of those, unit of 3 Scarabs, then 1 Knight Scythe, and inside there 5 Lich Guard. Right, then in command is the Necron Overlord. He has Phylactery, Phase Shifter, and then the 1-use weapon Gauntlet of the Conflagrator. Then 1 Cryptek, Solar Staff for him. Another heavy support is the Necron Monolith. Then 6 Tomb Blades with Nebula Scope, Particle Beamers for them, and Shield Vanes as well. And then finally, the final heavy support choice is 1 unit of 3 Tomb Spiders. That's 1850 points to the Necrons army that generally performs well, but they are up against a tough opponent this time in this Challenger Scorpion game. It'll be interesting to see how well they cope with this Eldar Alliance force.
So this is my 1850 Eldar Alliance force. Leading the force is the Warlord, Farseer on a jet bike with Spirit Stones. Then for troops, 2 units of 3 jet bikes. Each of those has scatter lasers. And then in the elite section, a unit of 5 Wraith Guard with D-Scythes. And then moving over to the Dark Eldar detachment, it's led by a Lemayan in a Venom with 2 Splinter Cannons on there. And then you've got 3 identical squads of warriors. Each squad has a blaster. It's 5-man strong, and each has a dedicated transport of a Venom with 2 Splinter Cannons. In the fast attack option, you have a Raider with a Dark Lance. And then in the heavy support, you have 2 Ravagers with 3 Dark Lances on them. And then finally, in the Allied detachment, you've got a unit of Space Wolves, starting off with the Thunderwolf Lord at the front. He has got the Black Death, he's got Runic Armour, a Storm Shield, Helm of Durfast, and he's got the Wolf and Stone as well, and he's riding a Thunderwolf. And then the Thunderwolf Cavalry behind him, 3-man strong with a Power Fist, and each of those has a Storm Shield. And then finally in troop section you have just a Grey Hunter squad. You have the Grey Hunter leader, pack leader, has a Combi Melter, then you have a Melter Gun, and they're in a drop pod with no upgrades. That's my 1850 Eldar Alliance force.
Right, so that's John's force there. 1850 points, we've seen it before, we know what it can do. But again, it's a different opponent this time, the Necrons. We'll see how well they cope with this triple alliance here. So we're going to go on to scenario and deployment for both of these forces. Right, so the mat that we're playing on is one of the new releases from GameMat.eu. They produce a number of battle mats, 6x4. They do other sizes as well, but perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000. Highlands in War, this one. Lovely lush green surface, perfect to put the trees and lichen on top of here. And then you can see just incorporated into the design, just some patchy and rough ground here. If you look over there, they've got some sort of grey rocky outcrops imprinted. It's perfect surface. It's not plain green. There's lots of textures and subtly put on it. So battle mat, so it's the same kind of material as like a mouse mat that you use. There's a nice thickness to it, and then on top they have printed nice vivid strong scheme there. So green, this one here, been able to put the trees on top, looks very nice indeed, and then put the vegetation, it all matches in. So just got this lovely lush terrain, put a few buildings on as well. Good thing about these battle mats, very, very figure friendly. So if you've got lead figures, resin, fine cast, and they drop over, there's no damage, it's lovely and soft. And then for dice rolling, so that loud clattering sound, it's just nice and quiet for rolling the dice. Good thing about this, when the game's done, I'll just put the terrain away and then just roll the mat up and then store it away easily. So they're a good job, and it just gives you a nice change of colour scheme very quickly and very effectively for your games of Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000. So there it is, GameMat.eu, they're the producers of this battle mat here. Right, so the scenario is Crusade. There's one objective each, and then it's Vanguard Strikes. There's a diagonal line of dice running at the centre. In this corner of the table, the Eldar Alliance will be deploying. Their objective is just here. Then coming around to the other side, the Necrons will be deploying at this end of the table, looking out this way. And their objective is just there, these little green canisters to capture. It's one objective each. There's not too many victory points available in this game. Those two objectives will be crucial for both sides. And then there's points available for First Blood, Linebreaker, and Slay the Warlord. So we'll go on to deployment now. Necrons will deploy first, and they can choose to go first or second. Right, so deployment done for these two forces here. The Eldar Alliance putting most of their units out on the table. So Space Wolf unit just here in the middle, the Thunderwolf Cavalry. One unit of jet bikes on the right here. They've been joined by a Venom. And then the two Ravagers at the back, anchoring that side of the table. Then coming across, the Wraith Guard will be inside this Raider. And then 3 Venoms anchoring John's left-hand side. So that's deployment for them. Coming on for reserve, 1 unit of jet bikes will be coming on from reserve. Yeah, and the drop pod as well. It's just over there. That's going to drop pod in on turn 1. Just psychic powers there is Guide, Doom, Fortune, and Eldritch Storm there for the Farseer on the jet bike. Okay, then quite an important one here for Warlord traits, Divide to Conquer, so it's -1 to my reserve roll. It's going to be more difficult to bring on Necron reserves here, so that will be disrupted. It'll be 4+ for reserves to come on, making it that much more difficult. Then come round for the Necrons. We deploy first. So the monolith here, just trying to get a bit of cover behind the ruin. Right behind the monolith, the tomb spiders, scarabs just behind them, just tucked away. Ghost Ark alongside the monolith. Unit of Necron warriors just here, and then right tucked in the corner is the unit of Necron wraiths. So coming on from reserve for the Necrons will be the Doom Scythe, the Night Scythe, and that's the Lich Guard there, been joined by the Necron Overlord and Cryptek, and then also coming on from reserve will be the Tomb Blades. Right, so that's deployment done. We're going to go on to the first turn of the game. Necrons, we're going to go first, and John doesn't want to seize initiative, so we're going to go on to turn 1 for the Necrons now. Right, so turn 1 with the Necrons, a bit of a different approach here, backing off with most of the force. Monolith staying where it is. Necron Warriors moving up in this direction. Ghost Ark moving back 12. The Tomb Spiders have bred 3 more bases of Scarabs. Took a wound in the process, and those Scarabs have fallen back, joining the Wraiths. Just trying to keep out of range for as long as possible to negate that devastating firepower that can come through. Can't escape with everything, but just trying to limit the amount of shots that can come through at this Necron force till the reserves start arriving. That's the plan, at least. So, no psychic phase, nothing in range for shooting, so just a few run moves to do, and that will be the end of Necron turn 1. Right, so that's movement done for the Necrons, just shifting back here a little bit more with the Ghost Ark. Necron Warriors running 4 inches as well, and then just 1 inch shifted back with the Tomb Spiders. But that is the end of the turn for the Necrons. All quiet over here, very peaceful at the moment. We're going to hand over to the Eldar Alliance now, or see what they can do. Very quick army, so expect them to do some manoeuvring here, and then see if John can get in range of any of his weaponry. We'll see. We're going to go on to the first turn. Drop pod coming down as well. Right, so drop pod coming in here. There really is no escape from the Eldar, Dark Eldar, Space Wolf Alliance here. He's landed just really what he wanted them to. Disembarking. There's a Melter and Combi Melter in that squad. So he's going to try and pick off the Monolith here at the early stage. First Blood is still up for grabs here. So that's a crucial point that could help decide the game for both sides. Right, so movement done here. We've seen the drop pod land and the little squad get out just there. Moving across with the jet bikes. Venom here. 2 Ravagers squaring up to shoot. Thunderwolf Cavalry moving 12, nice and quick across the table. And then aggressive here with the Venoms as well, the 3 of them moving through. A couple of dangerous terrain checks with them. So this one here. Cock dice, just going to roll that one again. 3, yeah, and the other one. 2, close, not enough. And then the Raider just moving up behind as well. So aggressive enough, nice and quick from the Eldar Alliance army. So we'll go on to their psychic phase now, coming up next. Right, so psychic phase done here. Guide has been cast on the Ravager, and then Fortune, but wasn't able to put that power through. So that is the psychic phase finished. On to shooting now on turn 1 for the Eldar Alliance. Right, so shooting here, a little bit limited with firepower coming through. Some of the Ravager's guns there are just falling short of range. Going to get 2 shots in with this one, firing at the Monolith. Okay, so 2 shots here. They're in range of the Monolith, so he'll need freeze to hit. This coming through. Yeah, and guide as well, yeah, so you can re-roll. Miss, 1 hit. We are going to get a 4-up cover save for this Ruin. We'll see what he can do with his shot coming through. His Lance, oh, it's a brilliant 6 again. This is typical here from John. 4+, no. So on a 6, he's going to blow it up and ruin the Necron party. A 4 becomes a 5. Right, so Weapon Destroy worked out. It was this one, just random allocation, and a whole point on the Monolith. Next one is going to be 1 shot. The others are just out of range. Really is just half an inch in it. He'll need a 3 for a hit. Missed. Okay. Yeah, the Raider's got a shot. He's definitely in range. He'll need freeze to hit. And he gets his hit, just about, yep. And then a 5, another good hit. 25% obscure, I think we get it. So a roll up cover save here. 6 we do. Okay. He's got 2 Venoms that can fire with blasters. So they'll be on freeze to hit.
First one?
Yep.
Hits.
5's a hit.
Nothing.
No damage that time. Okay, and then the next one coming through is a miss on a 1. Okay. Alright, next one. Melter and Combi Melter. They're within 6. Crucial roll here is trying to get this Monolith destroyed. It's going to roll both. Freeze to hit. 1 hit. It'll be 2d6 armor penetration. That's 10. It's glided through. It's AP 1, so it's going to be a +2 on the result. 2. Close. That was a tense roll, that one. That becomes a 4. Right, so stunned result there, just rolled up living metal that negates that on a 4+, just rolled a 4. So that stunned result has gone. Monolith's still alive. It's a weapon down, 2 hull points down, but it's still functional. Right, shooting phase done. The bikes didn't have a target. The woods don't look too thick from up here, but down at ground level, they have blocked line of sight to the warriors. So John's turbo boosted instead, going up across the table in that direction, just staying out of trouble. Couldn't see here with the venom, so shifted over towards this way a few inches. Then just ran a few inches there with the Thunderwolf cavalry up to behind the ruin just there. One of the venoms fired through, had line of sight, and fouled some armor saves, killed one of the spiders, and then the rest have moved slightly. So that's shooting done. There's no assaults, so we'll go on to the second turn for the Necrons. Crucially, the question we're asking is how many of these reserves will turn up for need air support. The Necrons' time is running out in this corner. Reserves here for the Necrons, crucially. It'd be 4 pluses to get them on. The Doom Scythe, 4 plus. No, would have been without that. Command trait here, 4 plus. Yes. And then 4 plus with those. Yes. The Tomb Blades are on as well. Right, so movement for the Necrons here on turn 2. Night Scythe turning up, going 18 inches, coming on from this corner, ready to shoot. It's been accompanied by the Tomb Blades as well to lend some fire support for the Necrons. Monolith has first used its Eternity Gate, moving the Necron Warriors from here and then disembarking them 6 to within rapid fire range. And then the Monolith just shifting a couple of inches, just staying away from the cover. The Wraiths committing themselves now, going to go in after that 5-man squad. Scarabs breeding 2 more bases and have moved in against the drop pod. And then the Tomb Spiders moving up, as well as the Ghost Ark, and then turning to deliver a broadside dead ahead. So we're going to go on to the shooting phase now for the Necrons on turn 2. A chance for them to do some kind of damage. We'll see what they can do. Right, going to make a start with the shooting here for the Necrons. Ghost Ark's going to fire first. The opening fire from the Necrons here. We're going to go against this Venom. It's no cover, so you can either use his Flicker Field or he can Jink if John wishes to. It's up to him. It'll be 10 shots. 6s will cause glancing hits.
Are you twiddling? But there again, I'm going to Jink.
He will Jink, okay. So shots coming in beyond freeze to hit. Some misses. A couple of 6s here will be helpful for the Necrons. Get 1. So 4 plus to stop this one from going through. 3. So a hull point knocked up on the closest Venom just there. Right, next one. The Necron Warriors inside. Again, it will be 10 shots. Going to fire at the second Venom behind. Yeah. So will he Jink this time? Will Jink. So freeze to hit with these. So pour round. But 1/6 would be useful. Nothing. Right, so Necrons who are trying to silence the fire potential this Dark Eldar army has. So there's one other Venom. 10 Necron Warriors firing through. John is going to Jink on this one. 20 shots. They're all in rapid fire range. Again, a fair few misses, but not bad. And again, 6s here will cause trouble. There's a 666 there. So 3 saves of 4 plus. Failed. All right, so Venom has gone down there, and I think it's the army commander. No, it's just an HQ. It's not an army commander. It's just an HQ choice. Will disembark. So Venom brought down there. It's going quite well for the Necron. It's going to fire the particle whip across. It's just going to land, hopefully, where that post. Oh, it won't. Okay. Roll up here. It is a hit. So we're on strength 8 here. Should go through its ordnance. No, it will only be a glancing hit. On a 4+, John will stop it anyway. Yes, he does. So no damage done at all from the particle whip coming through. Right, shooting here. Fire the particle beamers here. And we've got 6 hits. Ignores cover, so there's no jink. But it's armor 11 on the side. So we want 5s and 6s. Get a good roll here. Could be trouble. That's decent enough. Yeah, that's gone through. So that Ravager has been eliminated, brought down. Right, so the Ravager brought down here by this Tombblade ambush. Going to fire this one down at the Venom. Johnny's going to jink. We're at twin linked here, freeze to hit. Okay, 2 misses. Reroll. Okay, I have got 4 hits. Strength 7, armor 10. So 3 or more is good. So 1 glance and 2 penetrating hits. That was a 6 there. So 1 glance to save. 4+. Saved. Okay, and then 2 penetrating hits. He saved neither. Okay, we'll try and blow it up here on 6s. Yes, we do. It does blow up. So 5 inside. Freeze to wound. 3 saves. 5+, saved 1.
Saved 1 and feel no pain.
Yeah, feel no pain as well. No, okay, so 3 get out. There's a pinning check for them and a morale test as well. Right, it's pretty good there. Venom gone. 2 guys killed, and then broken morale as well of those Dark Eldar warriors. That's the end of shooting for the Necrons. A couple of assaults to do. Wraiths can charge, and so can the Scarabs. It's gone pretty well for the Necrons. A bit of a surprise, to be honest. But we'll see how well they can do in assaults now, coming up. Right, so charge is done. The Wraiths are in. John will get counterattack with them and go first with his Marines. And then the Scarabs have made it into combat with the drop pod as well. So we'll let John roll up. He can go first. He'll need 4s to hit. Okay, some rounds going. A lot of attacks for 5 men. And then he will need 5s to wound. The toughness 5 now, Wraiths. Gets 1. Going to have to roll up a save here. 3+. Failed, so that is a wound on the Wraiths there. Right, so Wraiths fighting now. 24 attacks for them on the charge. Right, so that's the hits there. Not so good. 6s will be helpful. There's a triple. And then requiring 5 saves as well. There's 2 Marines left. So John will want to pass a few of these. No. Okay, so that is a wipeout there. The Wraiths have dealt with that target. And those Space Wolves are gone. Right, so Wraith's just consolidating 6 inches there, just backing off into the woods, trying to keep our distance. There is that Thunderwolf cavalry up the top there to be careful about. So Scarabs hit 40 attacks for 8 bases. So we'll do 20 to start off with. It counts as stationary, doesn't it, a drop pod? So it's also hits. There's 4 6s, so the drop pod is no more. Right, so that's the drop pod gone, just a wreck there. The Scarabs will stay where they are. They should just be in base contact there. But that marks the end of the turn for the Necrons. It's been a pretty good turn. Still can't say that they have the upper hand yet. There's still some very, very nasty units on the table here for this Eldar Alliance. The centre of the table dominated by that Thunderwolf cavalry. There's jet bikes to come on from reserve. So there's still some real fighting potential left in this Eldar Alliance. I will see what John does. It's going to be fascinating to see how he responds to this Necron turn. So turn 2 coming up next for the Eldar Alliance. Eldar Alliance on turn 2. Ravager falling back here, ready to fire down in this direction. The Carbonite Warriors here have continued to run, so they're falling back. Jet bikes lining up to fire down in this direction. Then here, the Thunderwolf Cavalry, there's one on top, but he's actually just in between the pillars there, moving through very quick. Probably going after the monolith just there. Then the Wolf Lord just there. He's actually separate from the Stormwolf Cavalry now. John's separated him from the unit. Two Venoms moving forwards. Remember, they've got their crew inside that will be able to shoot. And they're moving in there. Remember, inside that is the Wraith Guard, ready to fire their template weapons out at those poor Necron warriors. And then coming on from reserve, the jet bikes have turned up here. So we're going to go into psychic phase here next for the Eldar Alliance. We'll see what they can do, and then shooting coming up after that. Okay, John tried to cast Fortune on here. It went through, but we blocked it on 6. And then across here, Guide has been cast on the Ravager. So that's psychic phase done. Just a little bonuses being cast there by the Eldar Alliance. We're going to go on to shooting now on turn 2. So shooting done here. Necron Warriors obliterated by the 5 templates firing from the Wraith Guard from the Raider. So they are gone. Blast now is going to try and take on the monolith. It's actually a lance weapon, so it does have a chance. Freeze for a hit. Oh, not this time. He's got another blaster.
Do you have another blaster there? Yeah, blaster in there.
Yeah, full ballistic skill. Crew aren't affected. And that's another one there.
Dark
yes, he has a dark lance as well. That's a hit this time. And a 1. Okay, he's used up all his 6s on the previous challenge game, I reckon. He's rolling a lot of 1s here this evening. Both the Venoms firing through here and managing to cause just 1 wound. Being reduced to snap fires has knocked their fire potential down a fair bit. So Wraiths have got away with it so far. We'll go on to the rest of the shooting. There's scatter bikes up there to be shot as well. Right, scatter bikes firing through. Plenty of wounds here. 7 saves to make. Need 3 plus 1 Wraith killed. So Wraiths being targeted here wisely because they are a unit that can cause trouble, but their numbers starting to drop here. There's 5 of them left, but 2 of them do have wounds on them now. Right, we're going to jink here, firing up with the Ravager. 3 shots. It's Guide though, so you will be on rerolls here. Then 6s. No, we can reroll all 3. And he does get a 6. It's strength 8, 9, 10. It bounces for armor 11, so nothing gone through. Just going to mark that up that we are on snapshots only with the flyer now.
Your Tomb Blades.
Going to fight the Tomb Blades. We're not going to jink with them. They're on a 3+ save anyway, so their armor save's better than a jink. Freeze for hits.
So if you shot this guy, you get the shield save.
And then he'll be on freeze for wounds. Their toughness 5. There's a cock dice just there. Okay, plenty of wounds to deal with.
6, 7 again.
7. Right, so 3+ saves here on a good roll. Foul 2. Reanimation protocols of them. No, okay, 2 of the bikes brought down. Right, let's do leadership for these. Leadership 10. They're alright. Okay, they're going to hang around. That's okay. Right, so shooting is finished. John has hit back here against the Necrons, damage being done. And now the assault phase coming up. So the Thunderwolf Cavalry charging in. Is that the only assault?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thunderwolf Cavalry can roll up to charge. It's pretty much guaranteed to go in 5 and 2. Yeah, it's fine. So Monolith could well be in trouble. Right, so he's got to get through. It's 14 all round. There's 2 hull points to destroy here. He should do it. So the regular attacks here from the 2 Thunderwolf Cavalry. He'll be looking for Wrens with these. So it did move. So he's on freeze to hit. And it's 6 as he wants. There's a cock dice just there. He can reroll that one. No, okay, so it's down to the Power Fist. Now, 5 attacks. It will need freeze to hit. That's very good. That is incredible. It's 5 hits.
Should we roll that?
No, it should be alright, that one. And we are on 4s. He could fail, but he should go through. 2. That, sadly, is enough. Right, so assault stunt, monolith just about destroyed. 2 hull points needed, and a penetrating and a glancing hit was scored. So monolith is gone. That's good. That's tipping the game back in favour of the Eldar Alliance. John just finishing off here with some assault moves with these jet bikes. 6 inches for those, 8 inches for the others. So that'll round off the turn. Turn 2 for both of us. We're now going to go on to the third turn of the game. We're going to hand over to the Necrons. We'll see if the Doom Scythe can turn up, and if the Necrons can try keep themselves in this game and respond to this Eldar Alliance attack here. Remember, the game revolves around objectives. Currently, the Necron objective is lost somewhere in the woods. There it is, at the foot of the burning drop pod. And around the other side, it's been anchored by the Ravager just there. So, turn 3, approaching the middle stage of the game here. Still all to play for both sides. Reckon perhaps the advantage, is still with the Eldar Alliance here. But the Necrons keep fighting. They're doing quite well. Right, so moving for the Necrons here on turn 3. The Tomb Blades just hopping over into a gap there, ready to try and fire at the Ravager as best as they can. Right, then the Wraiths here, we're going to have to charge them into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They're going in for the charge. Then coming around here, Bread 2 Scarabs are moved out nice and quick, so we might be able to assault those 2 Venoms there, try and finish them off. Ghosts start moving across to let off some broadsides as well, and then the 2 Canoptic Spiders heading off down this way as well. So interesting turns, very tactical this game. Every move's being thought about very carefully. This is a close game here in this Challenger Scorpion episode. Then coming across here, the Night Scythe has deployed its cargo, moving 4 inches into the woods, ready to use Gauntlet of the Conflagrator, and the Solar Staff has been activated as well, so we snapshots only at them. So no psychic phase here for the Necrons. Going to go straight on to shooting for them coming up next. Need another good round to try and keep foothold in this game. Right, so Gauntlet of the Conflagrator here is working out. Can only cover 2. So close, but only 2 of them covered. There will be a lookout sir required here. So it's 2 automatic hits. We'll roll 2 wound here, 2+. Might be a cock dice. Yeah, it is. We'll re-roll here. Yeah. So one will go through. Say 1 on each. So lookout sir of a 2+ for him.
Yeah, so he's the closest model. So 4 up in one.
Yes.
Yeah, so first one, 4 up in one. Fails.
Okay.
And then I will look out, sir. I don't look out, sir.
Okay, 4 up in one.
No.
No, another wound. Okay, interesting. Yeah, just saying, a lot of 1s being rolled here. 2 wounds here on the Army Commander. We'll fire the Solar Staff here. It's 3 shots. 2 hits. This is strength 5, so we'll freeze to wound. Yeah, 1 save. It's AP 3. So you're going to 4+ invulnerable save here. 2+, yeah, 2+ this time. Doesn't want a 1 again. God, it's close.
So 1 dice.
So
do I get a cover save as you go through?
Yeah, you get 5+ cover save or a jink if you wish to do a jink.
I'll cover save. Fine.
Cover save 5+.
Yeah.
Duh, he's back to his 6s again. Very good. So we'll fire on snapshots the Night Scythe. Right, so Night Scythe shooting down, 6s for hits, twin links. There's a double 6. We don't get our bonus hits though, and a triple 6. This is strength 7. Still 2 wounds. Okay, he's going for 2 lookouts, so as they both passed, and he's not going to jink. 3+ armor save anyway, yeah, so he should be alright. 1 failed, so one of those scatterbikes finally killed.
What? You now?
Yeah, no one else is going to shoot them. So we've got a morale check coming up for them. If he fails, 8. No, he's all right. Just about, actually. Yeah, leadership 10. Very good. Okay. 2 hits coming through, 2 scattered wildly, 2 hits bang on target, 5s and 6s for front armor 11. He's something good here. 5. Yeah, got a hull point come through, but that's not enough to destroy it. That Ravager's still alive, and it will still be at full ballistic skill. Woo! Right, so coming around to this side of the table, we're going to fire the actual vehicle itself. 10 shots at the Raider there. He will jink, so I'm freeze to hit. Terrible roll. 6s. Nothing. So we'll then fire the guys inside. Another 10 shots. Already on jink here. That's a bit better.
Need that again, really.
Yeah, okay. A 666 would go down well. Quadruple 5. It's not enough, so nothing that time. That's what can happen with Gauls. Sometimes you get up they pick up some 6s, other times nothing, so no damage done. Okay, shooting done for the Necrons. Not too impressive. John's army commander in trouble there, but he's still within that unit. Should be okay. 1 hull point on the Venom, and no damage from shooting around here at all. So it's going to be decided by assaults. The Wraiths going in. Be very, very interested to see how that combat goes. And then the Scarabs are going to try and launch a simultaneous charge against both of those Venoms just there. Right, so we have the combats here. The Wraiths have gone in. No Overwatch from those. Nothing that can Overwatch. And then here, 2 bases of Scarabs destroyed. That was 1 blast to hit, and then also poisoned weaponry coming through. But it's 4 bases on each, who should be able to take out those 2 Venoms, hopefully. And then around here, the melee will take place here as well. 2 important melees. Perhaps this one more important here. If the Wraiths do really well, then that can help the Necrons. If they do bad, it's going to free up this little Space Wolf contingent to have free reign in this part of the table. So the regular 2 Space Wolves there, they'll go first. 5 attacks each. It's madness. He'll be on 4s to hit. Weapon skill 4, are you?
4. Yeah, no weapon.
Yeah, 4s then he wants. And then strength 5. Toughness 5 is force to wound. So cock dice there, 3 wounds, 4 wounds, loads of 6s. Yeah, 4 wounds, 3 plus invulnerables. Wraith has been killed. That's a good result. Right, so Wraith's fighting next. They need 4s. I wish that was our Rend roll, but Rend's not going to make a difference because John has invuln saves as well. Strength 6, from freeze to wound. Yeah, not bad. So 6 saves to make, hoping that at least one of those Thunderwolf cavalry is brought down. Okay, well then roll here. Pull these dice out of the way. Passes 2. Fouls 1. Okay, so just 1 wound going through. Right, then the fist here. 5 attacks. The base number of attacks is incredible. There's a 1 that can be re-rolled yet. Okay, gets his hits. 2s for wounds. Yep. It's instant death with these as well. 1 instant death. It's got to be the closest in the fight, so it's going to be this Wraith just here. It's a fearless unit, so the melee will continue, but the Wraiths have been beaten here. Not doing too well at all. No, that's all right. We're just talking about the attacks there. It's the 4 attacks they get each, but counter-attack again with Space Wolf, so 5 attacks even when we charge him. So that's that melee done. Wraiths will hold there, surviving quite well, but not really dishing out enough damage there. Thunderwolf Cavalry, they're well armed. What's the points, John, for what you got there, roughly?
You got 55 points for the normal guys and 80 for the Thunder.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Which makes whoever can do maths.
Yeah, and there's storm shields on those, all 3.
Yeah, that includes the storm shields.
Storm shields and all 3.
90 altogether.
Okay, and then this guy's about 200, so there's a lot of points locked in with just those 4 models. Right, so Scarabs attacking here. 12 attacks. We don't get the bonus for charging. You're on freeze to hit. They're all misses. 6s we need. Nothing. Okay, so that vehicle has escaped. Okay, and then 20 attacks here. Needing freeze. So getting the hits, yeah, it's pretty good. And then 6s. 6s is everything. Duh. 1 6. So a 5+ flicker field save. No. Okay, it's just a hull point. What a disappointment there for the melee. But it's resulted in both of those venoms remaining alive. That's tragic. I reckon that's tipped the scales there. Those two can drive off, and they're not on Jink, so that has freed them up to go wherever they please on the table. And the Wraith's not doing very well down here. Really has shifted the game back in favour of this Eldar Alliance. Necron's doing okay. They're giving a good account of themselves, but we'll see now. Does this Eldar Alliance, does it have a chance to really surge ahead on the next turn? I think it does, but we'll see what happens. Just shows how you can have one good turn, one bad turn. It really can mix the game up. So turn 3 now coming up for this Eldar Alliance. Right, so moving for the Eldar Alliance here, just rallied with these Carbonite Warriors, just sort of hanging around in the woods. Shifting over here with the Ravager. Then coming across, the Wolf Lord's turned around, has gone in this direction. Melee continues just here, and coming around, one Venom there, just putting out a combat against the Scarabs, and then moving 6, disembarking with the Wraith Guard ready to fire those template weapons across the bow of the Ghost Ark there as well. So dangerous stuff. Jet bikes converging on here as well, ready to let rip, it looks like, against these Scarab swarms. Instant death should do a lot of damage to them. So that is the end of movement. We're going to go on to Psychic Phase now for the Eldar Alliance on turn 3. Right, so Psychic Phase done. Just tried to cast Guide on the Venom there and failed, and then Fortune on his own unit, passing on 1, but we blocked it on a 6. That's Psychic Phase, nothing of event there. So on to shooting now for the Eldar Alliance on turn 3. Right, so shooting phase done here for the Eldar Alliance, and all of a sudden there's not many Necrons left. Decisive weaponry coming through, destroying the transport. There's one Necron warrior alive at the back there, couldn't quite kill him, but the tomb spiders are gone. That was poisoned fire coming through, blaster fire as well, destroying them from the Venoms and crew. And then the Scarabs are all gone. That was jet bike fire coming through. Really, John getting the fire potential back on this force here, firing at full effect, and you can see how damaging it is. The Necrons have been dealt with very harshly here in this side of the table. Then coming across, no damage on the flyer or the Death Star unit just there. One Tomb Blade killed, that was fire from the Ravager. So there is a Necron presence at this end of the table. But over here, very, very strong here for the Eldar Alliance. Now, we're going to go on to assaults, and really we're just looking at the continuing melee down here. The Wraiths should lose this one, but we'll see. We'll see how well they do. Right, so 8 attacks, is it 4 attacks each? Yeah, so 4's for hits. Try to survive. I need to survive and do damage. He's on strength 5, toughness 5. 4's for wounds. 2 wounds. Probably going to bring down a Wraith here. No, we pass. So we can fight back with 9 attacks. Right, so 9 attacks here. Leading 4's. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. And then anything will do. Freeze is good. That's not bad. I'm going to ask John to make 5 saves here. Now, if he rolls terribly, they could be big trouble. He's going to do 2 at a time. He's passing 2, past all of them. That's not so good. If you got a number of 1s and 2s there, that could have changed it up. Now the Power Fist. Okay, just drop 1. Okay, 2 hits. 2's for wounds.
2
yeah.
wounds.
We're going to pass these on 3+. We found 1. We'll put it on one that's taken a wound. So 1 Wraith gone. They're fearless. They'll hold and continue on fighting bravely on against the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Right, so that's assault phase done. The Necron Wraiths have held there. They've done well to survive, but Necron's really on the back foot, sensing this Eldar Alliance is gaining the upper hand. Necrons are giving a good account of themselves, but they are now struggling here. So the game will hinge on those 2 objectives. We reckon John can easily hold this one here. Just mop up the last remaining Necrons. And then over here, We could try and hold this one, but he's got a lot of stuff that can bring down heavy firepower on the position. But we'll carry on here. Necrons are going to go on to their turn 4. The Doom Scythe will automatically turn up. We do have presence in the sky, so we'll see what we can do. Not going to give up quite yet. We'll press on to Necron turn 4. Right, so moving for the Necrons here on turn 4. We're just jumping and falling back here, ready to fire into here to try and eliminate those troops. Continuing melee just there. The air power has arrived. Doom Scythe is here. Night Scythe moving on in that direction. 6 inches moved out of cover. Potential charger. It's a long stretch. You reckon 10 inches would do it. Necron Warrior slipping back here 6 inches. And that is it. So strong Eldar presence at this end of the table. Necrons stronger at this end. They could do something to try and make their grip stronger at this end here, but it's going to be difficult for them. They're going to need a very, very good turn to try and claw this one back. The game is slipping away from them. Their air power could do something. Try and bring that jetbike squad down. Perhaps kill the army commander as well. We'll see. We'll go on to shooting phase for them coming up next. Right, so shooting here. We just fired. The Tomb Blow's got 5 hits and 5 wounds going through. Instant death. Ignoring cover with the nebula scopes, so that unit's gone. It's a good start. John's not going to jink here. Going to fire the solar staff. 3 shots. That's 2 hits. Right, so 2 hits there. Now 5s and 6s. If we get 2, no, it's not. It's 6s. That's strength 5. Yeah, double 6 will make the Necrons happy. There's 1 6. There's a whole point dealt out on the Ravager there. 1 whole point left. Right, it's not bad there. Couldn't ask for much more from the command unit there. Doom Scythe's going to fire now. Just there. Get a hit. Come on. Yes, it is a hit. I take it he's going to jink. Yeah. 2s to wound. They all wound, so you've got jink saves to make, or we've got some jet bikes being brought down. Oh, double 6. If he gets another 6. Oh, triple 6. What is it with him and 6s? It's the reputation we have. It's the 6s man. Right, so triple 6 there. Unbelievable. How can you roll triple 6? Like, they have to teach me how it's done. But we're going to fire the Tesla Destructor now. Right, so we're on freeze to hit. Rerolls. Reroll those. Now, I'd like to get a double 6. Duh. 2s to wound. Oh no, just the 1 save. 3 plus. Oh, 3 he gets. Right, that's just so annoying. This flyer firing across. Okay, reroll. 4 hits. I think he's safe though. 2s to wound. Right, so 4 saves now. 3 plus. He can't pass every save. Cannot. It's mathematically impossible. He's fouled 1. Glory, glory. 1 jet bike gone. It's a leadership test, so nothing would make me happier than a double 6. A double 3, right? He pulls them out, he needs them. Very good. So past there, the army commander is safe. That was our chance to get him, and the Necrons have failed. So we'll just finish off here. We're going to run the Necron Warrior. And that's the turn finished, or the shooting finished. 2 inches. Right, so Necron Warrior just tucking round behind the wreck of the drop pod there. And that is all the shooting done. So on to assaults. We have the continuing melee just there, and then we'll try and charge. We're going to roll up needing a 10, so we need a very good roll here. A 4. No, it's sad, but they do not make it into contact. The Death Star unit is now stranded out in the middle of the grassy plain. So we'll resolve this combat here. So 8 attacks again. Got to survive with these Necron Wraiths, but there's not much left of this Necron army now. 4s for hits. Good rolling. 4s for wounds. It's good rolling again. 4 saves. 1 Necron Wraith killed on its last wound. Okay, 3 attacks back. 1 hit. No wound. Oh, the game's slipping here. And this is the Fundhammer. Sorry, this is the Power Fist. Yeah. 2. These are instant death. It is dead. It's wipeout. So that's very good. And he can now consolidate 2 inches. Thunderwolf Cavalry back in action. And in total, 1 wound on them and no other damage. That unit is virtually fresh after fighting against the Necron Wraiths. Just goes to show how tough and decent that unit is. It's those invulnerable saves there with the Storm Shields that really helped out keeping them in the fight. So that's assault's finished and done. We have that resolved. This Eldar Alliance dominates this side of the table, and I reckon they have enough firepower and potential to now take on the Death Star combination unit just there. We'll see. Looks like we're heading on to a victory here for the Eldar Alliance. But we'll go on to their turn 4, see what they can do. We'll see how John plans to manoeuvre these units around. Nice, that's the great thing about this force, nice mobility. That ability to be able to move units around the table quickly and lay down long-range firepower. Venom's so handy for that. Scatterbikes, excellent combination there, working very well. And then some very tough units. One excellent at laying down some devastating firepower, the other devastating close combat. So it's good unit choices here, and this mixture of factions in this alliance working very, very well. Right, so movement here for the Eldar Alliance. Closing in now on the Death Star unit, jet bikes, single unit. The Farseer has joined the other 3-man strong unit. Wraiths have been picked up, transporting in this direction. Venom moving across as well. And then down here, the other Venom, just on the hunt for this Necron warrior. And the Thunderwolf Cavalry closing in on him as well. So I don't feel sorry for him down in this corner. That's the only Necron presence left at that end of the table. 12 inches gone here with the Wolf Lord on the Thunderwolf mount, closing in. Possibly can make contact if John wants him to, and if he can roll up far enough. And then the Ravager moving forwards to take on the Tomb Blades just there. So I'm going to go on to Psychic Phase now for the Eldar Alliance on turn 4. Right, so Psychic Phase done. Guide has been put on his parent unit there, and that is it. We couldn't stop it. So we'll go on to Shooting Phase now for the Eldar Alliance on turn 4. Right, so Shooty coming in here, 2 Ravager kills coming through, failing our reanimation protocols, failing our cover save. So passing morale, but there's 1 Tomb Blade left. The last Tomb Blade, you can almost write a book by that title. Okay, Venom firing across here, the one at the back there, all the way across the Death Star unit. You can see it. Now, it's well protected, but it can only take so many hits. And he's getting 6 wounds. Here's the first test. Freeze. 4 pluses. Okay, 1 Lich Guard. Closest one at the back is no more. Okay. Their shields interlock. They form a circle around their beloved Overlord and prepare to defend. Shots coming in here, poisoned rounds. 1 has gone through. Lich Guard has been brought down. The next one, this Scatterbike unit. Definitely got to get these from my Eldar force. They are good. They are good. They're quite cheap.
Guide, 81 points, not bad.
Yeah, 81 points, that's right. Nice. Troops as well, nice and quick. Objective secured. 3+ armor save as well. And can jink.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 5, so on freeze to wound. A horrendous amount of saves to make here. 10. I've got 7, so give me 3. 10 saves here, 3+, passing a fair amount. 4s, 1 more Lich Guard brought down. So he's doing it, chipping away. With that amount of firepower, that's all he needs to do. Just chip, chip, chip. And the Necrons will fall. 1 Scatterback, firing. 1. Not saved. Not reanimated. Yeah, look out, sir, at 2+. Yes, so another Lich Guard. Yeah, he's gone. The bodyguard's absorbing the hits, but they're dying here, tragically. Okay, last Necron warrior, gone. That was fire from the Venom, just there, so mission accomplished. And John will be free to move on to the objective. It's just there, so it's nice and close. Right, so shooting phase done. Just moving up further with the Raider, with the Wraith Guard inside. And then we're rolling up for saves here. 3 of the Lich Guard brought down. That is a morale check, actually. Do have to take morale, they're not fearless. They pass. It would have been humiliating to have them run away, but they'll carry on. Casualties being brought down. But the Bodyguard doing its job and protecting the Overlord. Then just shifting an inch here. So he's on the objective. It is secured. It's been captured. There's no Necrons in the area to try and stop them. So that's it. Assaults. We'll ask if he wants to assault. He may want to charge the Wolf Guard leader in. Yeah, he does. All right. He wants the fight to go ahead. So roll up here. That's a cock dice. Don't know if he's fleet. It might be. 8. Ignore cover. I'm just going to check the range here. That's going to be close. 9. No. So
I'll re-roll it.
Re-roll both. All right. Okay. So he wants something better than an 8. 9 might even be a stretch. We'll see what he gets. Ugh, this is going to be tight. I'm going to have to have a check here. 9 will do it. Yeah, 9's in. You can see it from here. So that's it. 9 he needed. 9 he got. So we've got ourselves a challenge here. The Overlord's been challenged. I'll accept. Let's just go out in a blaze of glory. So, what's your initiative?
0. 1.
So 1 Hammer of Wrath attack first?
Yep.
Okay, let's do that first. 6, blech. We'll make our save here. Failed. Oh, come on, Overlord. 4 plus, yes. Right, recovered from that. He fell over, was jumbled up, and then reassembled himself very quick. So he will fight here with 3 attacks. Oh, dear, this is bad. Oh, a cock dice or roll up again. Our weapon skill's 5, yours is 6. Right, so we've missed. The Overlord fumbled, dropped his war scythe, and as he looks up, the 9 attack psychopath, the purple space wolf, moves in for the kill. That's what he's known as across the galaxy. No one knows his true name. His foes just know him as the purple space wolf. Or half purple, half turquoise space wolf. Well, he's purple from this side of the table, so he's the purple space wolf if you see him from his left. But if you ever meet him on his right, then he is the teal caped. Oh no, he's purple all over. Look, he's not split like the others. Right, okay, so he's the purple space wolf with the teal / turquoise cape. But anyway, we'll let him fight here. Is it 9 attacks?
9 attacks. 2.
Well, we're an Eternal Warrior.
6. 8.
With our... so you're on freeze to hit.
Rerolling to hit.
Right, rerolling to hit. Okay.
Picked up another one.
2s for wounds.
That's
a whole ton. How many? See if we can survive this. 6. Right, invulnerable saves. We've made... Well, so he's not going to die. We've made 4 of them. And then 4 pluses. Right, just the 1 wound. Just the 1 wound. Okay. So his bodyguard can fight a 1 cryptek. Cryptek hits the cryptek. Gets a 6 here, strength 4. Yeah, so save. Ha! 1!
Takes a wound.
Actually, there's nothing else that can feel no pain or anything like that.
No.
No, the cryptek stabs.
That's what the Overlord does.
Unbelievable. Incredible. The cryptek's never done anything like that in any game, so it was worth playing just to see the cryptek do that. The bodyguard next. They get 2 hits. Their strength 5. Toughness
4. 5.
5. So 1 wound. Get another 1. Incredible.
That's 2.
A 2, and he's runic armor, by the way, so 2 plus save. So we lose drawn melee. Drawn melee.
Carry on.
Well done. So the melee will continue. There, the cryptek chipping in quite nicely. Right, so that's the turn finished. It was worth seeing that melee there. Well done to the cryptek. We'll go on to the next turn now. Yep, so that's going to mark the end of the turn. We'll go on to Necron turn 5. Still got air power here at full effect. We can use them. The melee continuing here. You never know. Cryptek could dish out another wound. And then 1 Tomb Blade hits. Necron turn 5 coming up. Right, so movement done. Just jumping up and over with the Tomb Blade. Going to try and get the last hull point there on the Ravager. Melee continues here. And then turning 90 degrees, the 2 Necron flyers closing in to let off perhaps the last round of firepower that might have to turn off the table next turn. So going to try and take out the Venom, try and doom scythe the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Could cause trouble there. We'll have to see. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Necrons on turn 5. Right, so shooting hit down here with the death ray. We've got 2 hits. Place the blast marker there, caught 2, wounded 2. Just want to see what John rolls here for his invulnerable saves of 3+. So 1s and 2s are excellent for the Necrons. A 1 and a 4. Instant death. Closest guy is the Thunderhammer guy. A little bit of vengeance there from the Necrons. A little bit of sting in the tail towards the end. We'll keep firing with the Tesla Destructor. A double 6 and a reroll. Get another 6. No. So 3 hits plus another 2. Right, so nice lot of hits here. Surprise at the end from the... whoa. Past all of those saves there. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting at the end. Now, I still think you're going to win, but it's failed 1. It's dropped 1. It's past that one. Okay, and past that one. Okay, just the 1. There is a wound, so that's another 1 gone.
That's him dead.
So that's him dead.
Can I look out surgeon?
If he's a sergeant.
Yes.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Nope.
No, okay, he's dead. Right. So, we're going to ask for a morale check now. And hope he pulls out those trusty 6s. That would be good.
I do.
An 11. He's bust. He's bust off the objective. What a shock at the end. Potentially. What? Is that a 666?
That's a 6. That's a 6 and a 5.
A 6, 6 and a 5. So that Thunderwolf Cavalry, maybe the guy's fallen off the wolf, just bolted back up the table and has flown 17 inches. I don't think I've ever seen anything ever run away so fast. Just the wolf was surprised there by the death ray coming down. Totally unexpected. Perhaps they dismounted, were celebrating, pulled out their gauntlets and were filling them with the local or whatever drink it is. And as they were celebrating, the death ray fired down, pulverizing one of them. Big mist of red all over the place, and then electrocuting a second, and then the wolf bolted before the other guy could get on. So horrendous stuff there. What a shock at the end. You could not have predicted that happening. Objectives open now for anyone to claim. Sadly, he's got so many fast units. Eldar jet bikes could swarm that in one turn easily, and so could this Venom here, and so could the other Venom as well. So it's a good turn up for the Necrons, but too little, too late, most probably. Right, so he's going to jink here. The Night Scythe firing down. What a display of firepower from the Death Ray, just mentioning that again. Good shooting again from Necron air cover. 6 hits. 3 penetrating hits. It is on a hull point already. So 3 saves of 4+. Yes, past 1, don't. Oh, yes, okay, failed. And see if the other one's passed. No. It's 2 rolls, 6s are good. No, okay, so it's just wrecked, and the unit can get out 3 inches. But another kill there for the Necrons late on. As typical Necrons, they do that at the end of games. They can still cause trouble. Necron air power, glad to have it in this game. It's caused trouble. But again, I reckon it won't be enough. But still, there's been times in this game when the Eldar Alliance has had a few worries to deal with, especially turn 2. Turn 2 was good for the Necrons. It really put them in the mix for the game, and then gradually the game slipped away. But a little resurge at the end here from the Necron pilots in their flyers. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are wondering, I do have a cold. That's why I sound a slightly different tone. That's what happens when you mix with orcs for too long. All that fungal stuff going on. I've picked up some kind of, I don't know, something. Some squig. I got sneezed on by a squig, actually, to be honest. I'm going to pick something up. We've rolled here, scattered back, but it's still going to clip. So, no cover save allowed. Strength 6. 5 or 6.
Yeah.
A simple 5 or 6, we kill it. Close. Could have brought down another vehicle there in a late resurge. If that had gone, there wouldn't be too much left on the table. Really? Yeah, not too bad. But anyway, We're going to assaults now, so we'll do this one. The melee continues. We'll go first here, the Necron Overlord. 4s, come on. 2 hits this time. It's AP2, strength 7. Just the 1. It's a 3+ invulnerable save needs to make. He fails on a 1. Another wound taken. How many wounds has he got? 4. But not bad. There's 2 wounds dealt out. Bit of pride there for the Necrons. 7 attacks this time. 3s for hits. That rolling. Look at it. All of them have hit. Strength. Still strength 8, is it?
No, strength. He's not got Furious Charge anymore. So
strength 7. Toughness 5. Still 2s. They've all wounded. That's horrendous. You can't. Nothing can withstand dice rolling of that magnitude. Now, we'll. Invulnerable saves are 4+. The Necron Overlord could be dead. 4 pluses. Are we on a wound?
Yeah, you're
yes. On 1 wound. Okay. We need to pass. One more wound. He's still alive. Right, so the Overlord survives. Very, very good from him. We'll see if the Cryptek can repeat what he did last time. 6 is a hit. I think he needs... We'll see what he gets here. No, not this time. Bodyguard next. 2 hits. 1 wound. Don't get a 1. A 5. No, he's alright. So, drawn melee, yet again. Epic fight taking place there. Necron Death Star unit standing up for itself. And whilst it's locked in combat, it can't be shot at, which is quite handy. But whilst that goes on, they've been pulled off the objective. And then John will be free to move in with his mobile units. So it's good in one way to be locked in combat for the Death Star unit, but bad in another way that we can't get onto that objective. And this objective here ready to be grabbed. So we'll go on to the 5th turn now for the Eldar Alliance on turn 5. Right, so movement here for the Eldar Alliance. Just it's auto rally here. It's Space Marines, so the Thunderwolf Cavalryman is back and onto the objective. Also, the Dark Eldar Warriors are crowding onto it as well. So it's definitely held there, and we reckon we've checked the Flyers are not going to be able to slow down enough to let off some more shooting. So they're sort of out of action this turn, which is a shame. The jet bike's moving up now. John just moving those into position. It looks like he's going to try and take out the Tomb Blade just here. Right, other movement going on here. The Raider moving around, that's got the Wraith Guard inside. The Ravager shifting across. Jet bikes preparing to move in as well. So, and the Venom just over there. So should be able to secure a victory here, or set himself up for it this turn, we'll see. We'll go on to the Psychic phase next for the Eldar Alliance. Tried to cast Doom, that failed, and then Guide has been placed on the Ravager. That's to try and finish off the Tomb Blade. So shooting phase coming up next on turn 5 for the Eldar Alliance. Ravager shooting here. He's re-rolling 2 just with that Guide. It's helpful, he's got another hit. We will... we'll not jink. No, I'm not going to jink. It's 2 wounds, 2 saves of 5+. Reanimation here. Get a 5+. No, he's gone. They stuck around for quite a while. Laid down some pretty good firepower, but they're finished off. Right, so shooting phase, really just moving flat out and turbo boosting just onto objectives here to grab them. So 1, 2, 3 units plus the Wraith Guard inside, so nicely held there. Then the Tomb Blade is gone. It fouled some cover saves there. That's the Ravager shooting. Turbo boosting up here, so to grab Linebreaker as well, just in case the game comes to an end at the end of turn 5. It could finish at the end of this turn after the Necrons have been, and then just sitting on the objective there. So assaults, all there is the showdown here. So Overlord, 3 chances. He gets 2 hits. So 2 hits. 2 swoons, yes, 2 invulnerable saves. Now, double 1 or double 2, that guy will die. No, he's passed. Well done. Right, so John can strike back here. 7 attacks, I think, this time. He'll be on freeze for hits.
Rerolling because of Helm of Durfast.
Yeah, it's a good upgrade, that. Very good, almost perfect. And then 2 wounds. Can't withstand this. 4.
4 wins.
4 in once. Wow, passing 3 of them. And the last roll, 4+, or he's dead. 5, he lives again. The Overlord refusing to die. So we can do the Lich Guard. And they all hit. No wounds. Oh, strength 5, toughness 5. 2 wounds. So only 1s here. Close. And then the Cryptek fouls. Yeah. So yeah, Cryptek fouled. That's the end of the combat. So drawn melee again. But he's doing his job there, keeping the Necron unit away from the objective. So turn finished. Turn 5 is over. So that's the end of turn 5. We discussed it here. I think it's safe to say we can end the game there. Necrons, there's no chance of them recovering from this. So we'll calculate points. Here, Necrons put up a good fight, but it was just not enough to deal with this allied force that John has put together here. Very good. So, 3 points here for the Eldar Allies holding this objective. 3 points at the other end for holding their own objective in the end. Linebreaker as well. Didn't get Slay the Warlord. They tried, but it survived. So 7 points there. Necrons got first blood. Necrons also get Linebreaker as well. So 7-2. The final score. Got to show a little bit of respect to the Necrons. They did okay. They stuck around and fought as hard as they could. But in the end, this Eldar Alliance has triumphed here. It's victory well deserved. Good tactics here from John. And good unit choices. And this triple alliance seems to work very well indeed. I wonder what there is out there that could beat them. We'll have to see. You may well see the Eldar Alliance make its return. So a reputation has been forged, I think, for them on the channel. It's a force to be reckoned with. The Orcs have taken them on and have been evaporated, and then the Necrons put up a good fight. Stiff resistance from them. There was a point where we thought that they could perhaps get the upper hand, but they didn't in the end. And this Eldar Alliance took advantage, wrestled the game back in their favour, and then went on to a secure and comfortable victory. Good game though, good contest. There's interesting tactics used, fascinating encounter. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Right, so unit of the game for both sides, just discussing it here. We reckon for the Necrons, the air cover was good this game. Did work, contributed well, even though the Doomscythe came on late, it still helped out. I reckon I'm going to give it though to the Necron Overlord, just for the fact that he survived for so long. Stood up for himself against that crazy 9 attack on the charge unit, so he did well to survive, at least to keep some pride for this Necron force. And then John reckons he's going to give it to the D-Scythe Wraith Guard unit. They did well, took out the warriors, went on to destroy the transport here, and then got back in and shifted all the way across the other side of the table to end up on the objective. So that was good from them. Another good unit was the Thunderwolf Cavalry as well. They performed very well and ended up destroying the Wraiths and moving on to the objective. So that's units of the game for both sides.